Another day done. It's looking quite good now, but we're at the stage where, although it's generally looks finished, there's a lot of wee sections I want to just refine's the words, and there's quite a number of bits that I want to. Generally, it's really good. I'm pleased with it. More pleased than I'm with most of them, but there's still a number of bits that to me needs sort of cleaned up and just smartened up and made more real. And as I start getting into that, it just kind of snowballs, and you just want to make a lot of bits better and better and better to stand out like they should. But just glancing at it, it looks really good, you know. I mean, there's nothing much in the background. I kind of done that first this time, which I don't usually do. There's just bits within this that I want to change. No drastically, it's just each layer brings it that much more real, you know. So there will be sections where I'll just keep bringing up. I've not got an awful lot to do, but when it gets to this stage, you can't really say, because it'll go on and on until I think I've refined all the bits that need it. And when you start looking at it, you just start to see more and more bits. So we'll see when it gets done. I've not spent an awful lot of time on it today, but at this stage now, it's the bulk it's done, and I can just pick out certain sections and just do them up to the standard I want, and then I'll spot another one, and then eventually I'll get fed up with that and say, right, that's it, it's good enough, I can't be bothered doing any more. So that's what it is now though, and I'm liking it. It's going to be one of my best. Then we'll go on to the next one, but I've got a wee bit left yet. Into another day and a wee bit more detail. Still really refining it to get it to a stage where I think that's as much as I can do. Or when I just get fed up refining it, sometimes I'll do it. It shouldn't be long now, but taking longer than I imagined. Bit more lifelike though. Right, finished for another day, and we're still not done. Finishing touches, but they make all the difference, because I can see now it's really starting to come to life, even though it's kind of finished a couple of days ago. It's just looking more real. But when I scrutinise it, I can see areas that could be better. I mean, I've just spent a lot of work on this leg, because this line wasn't straight, somebody remarked on and that annoyed me. So I've had to, in order to fix that with watercolour, you touch it and the whole area you have to go over. So I've had to go it a lot more times than I wanted to, because it's really difficult to end it and have it all blending in a finished state. It can often look scrappy even in one slight area, so then when you touch that, whole area again. So, but with these repeated attempts at straightening this, it has made it more lifelike. So this is the trick, is just to persevere with repeated layers, keep working the paint until it is what you're seeing, or as close to it that you're happy with, and you find then you almost got a sort of velvety finished yet, which really brings it out like realistic, which is what we want. So almost done. I've seen that for a few days. I had to go on to my next one, but it would niggle me if I didn't put all these finishing touches in, so we just need to wait a bit longer before I start the next one. We'll get it in the frame maybe tomorrow. Okay, finally at the end. That is hard done. Quite pleased with it because it's really vivid, lifelike, but my finishing touches have just went on and on and on, and even if I look at it now, every time I touch it I see something else, and it snowballs into other parts. At this stage, when you touch something, you have to do the whole area. You can't just, or it would just be like a blotch on it. So with watercolour it spreads into the whole thing, so that means you have to change every single thing and blend it all and get all the colours again. So it's a bit tricky getting it to a point where you think it's good enough and there's no too many flaws. But overall it's vivid and I like it. It's probably my best now, but I can see bits that if I scrutinise it I'm not really 100% with, but you never really are. It's just generally good, and that's all we can do now. And the next one, which I'm starting already, we always think, well, we'll get this one perfect kind of thing, and it goes on. But that's hard done. There's a bit of the one I'm working for. So you can see it's quite lifelike. There's a colour cast on this printout, which I didn't want it a bit brighter. As you see, I put more lighter colours here to make hers really stand out. She's quite dark already, so did a bit of blue there. So we're finished. That's her, and that's the various stages of the painting. Right, here we are in Hottie Hall. Now, just before going to the latest, most recent one, we'll just go around the early stuff, which that one there was about the first, I think. These are the other areas. These of course are where when I split up for a girlfriend, I feel obliged to do a painting over, just for kind of remembrance kind of thing. I actually told a workman that he was in here and he was actually believing me. No, these are women I've not yet met. Right. I'm going to change the face on that one because the rest of it is really detailed and come out really perfect. But the face kind of lets it down. No, she's no attractive, it's just not got the same kind of depth as the rest, so I lined up another one. That's a tricky thing because I could ruin it, and when I start it I'll have to complete it. I can't turn back. Right, so these are more recent. Oops, there's an older one. Right, and this wee group here are the recent stuff, last year or so. That was just the previous one, which I was quite pleased with because spent a lot of time and I felt it come out really lifelike. Also did the doors in here. Not the exact colour I wanted, but it's very close to the one that was on it. I'll get it right next time. Okay, so here she is. Hottest hottie in the hall. The hottest hottie of them all. Yeah, that is it. Up in the frame. I'm really quite pleased with this. It's really striking. And that's what we're looking for. You know, really vivid. The previous one was as well. And there's another one ready to, no, it's a couple of days work started. I say work, it's not really work. But there it is. And just going through the rest of them. I like them all, but this one, the most recent's usually the better, and I like to think that. And this one really does seem to jump out. So that's at the end of the process for getting it to completion. And she's about the best right now.